What is going on in the Mexican Congress? As we've just had footage leak, right, of a fight break out in the Mexican Senate as politicians have completely disagreed on policy issues, which typically is nothing out of the ordinary, right? Politicians disagree all the time on things, but that's just the way that politics go. But these guys decided to take it a whole step further and just scrap in the live on TV in the middle of the Senate, just completely scrap after a head-to-head altercation. So let me give you a little bit of a breakdown, okay, before we get into the footage of what actually led us to this point. So on August 27th of 2025, a physical altercation obviously broke out in the Mexican Senate following a heated debate over alleged opposition for call for US military intervention against drug cartels in Mexico. The incident involved Alejandro Moreno, leader of the opposition institution Revolutionary Party, or otherwise known as the PRI, and Senate President Gerardo Fernandez Noronha, I butchered those names, I do apologise, of the ruling Morena Party. Now, the confrontation began when Moreno, frustrated at not being given the floor to speak, approached Noronha at the session's close while lawmakers were singing the national anthem. The video shows Moreno pushing Noronha, grabbing his arm and slapping his neck. In the scuffle, Moreno also knocked down the cameraman, Emiliano Gonzalez? Yeah. Who required a neck brace and pushed another intervening lawmaker, and shouts to stop the fight were heard in the chamber. Now, the debate had intensified earlier when PAN Senator Lily Tellez reiterated her call for US assistance against cartels, accusing Morena of ties to organised crime, which sparked accusations of treason from Morena. Member of Noronha later claimed Morena initiated the violence, alleging Moreno threatened to actually kill him and said that he would file a complaint for bodily harm, seeking to revoke Moreno's legislative immunity. However, Moreno accused Noronha of throwing the first shove, claiming on X that Noronha acted out of cowardice to try and silence him. Now, Noronha has announced plans for emergency sessions on August 29th to propose expelling Moreno from the and three other PRI lawmakers, and the incident reflects a heightened tension over the US-Mexico relations, particularly regarding President Donald Trump's push for military action against the cartels, which Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum has firmly opposed, emphasizing Mexico's sovereignty. So that was kind of what led to this kind of situation. Obviously, context is key in these moments because a lot of people are just showing the clip, which obviously just shows two people just kind of scrapping. But, these guys, there's heightened emotion clearly in what's going on here. So here's the footage. I mean, it's just mental to see two people, politicians at that, just going head to head over something, right? So the outcome of this, there's been some, repercussions for obviously both people because they both went head to head. So just thinking of the footage, that poor cameraman literally just stood in the middle of them to try and break it up. He got absolutely body slammed to the ground. And then you can see the guy going over to him and just launching himself over him, just keeping him on the ground. Absolutely insane scenes. You don't even see that kind of level of drama in the WWE anymore. But following the physical altercation in the Mexican Senate on August 27th, right? Where are we? There's been several repercussions that have been reported to involve the representatives. So here's for Gerardo Fernandez Noronha. Now, Noronha has announced that he would file a criminal complaint against Moreno for assault and damages, citing bodily harm and threat, including Moreno allegedly saying, quote unquote, "I'm going to beat the shit out of you. I'm going to kill you." He also sought to revoke Moreno's legislative immunity. Noronha called for an emergency Senate session on August 29th of 2025 to propose the expulsion of Moreno and 3 other PRI lawmakers involved in the brawl, and he held a press conference with 18 legislators and the injured cameraman Emiliano Gonzalez, who appeared with a neck brace, emphasizing he was attacked under quote-unquote premeditated and condemning Moreno's actions. Now, as for Alejandro Moreno, on the other hand, Moreno faces potential expulsion from the Senate, of course, as proposed by Noronha, along with 3 other PRI lawmakers, as we know. Moreno and its allies initiated proceedings to strip Moreno and the 3 PRI deputies of their parliamentary immunity, which could lead to further legal consequences if successful. And Moreno countered by accusing Noronha of initiating the physical aggression, claiming on X that Noronha's quote-unquote cowardice provoked the incident. He has not faced immediate sanctions by the proposed expulsion and complaint, but the incident has sparked national outrage and damaged his public image to the whole world. Now, there are other parties involved. So the PRI deputy Carlos Gutierrez Mancilla, I believe I've pronounced that right, who joined the fray and reportedly assaulted the cameraman, also faces potential expulsion and loss of parliamentary immunity alongside Moreno. And the cameraman Emiliano Gonzalez sustained injuries requiring a neck brace and immobilized arm, and his equipment was damaged. He is expected to file a complaint for assault and property damage. Now, the incident itself has led to significant political fallout, with Moreno leveraging that its event had to condemn the opposition, while Moreno's actions have been broadly criticised, raising concerns about parliamentary decorum. And the proposed emergency session and legal complaints could lead to further consequences such as expulsion or potential criminal charges, depending on the outcome of the Senate's actions and judicial process. Now, public sentiment online and reflecting in posts like X highlight the deepening, partisan divide and calls for institutional reforms to prevent future violence in Congress. What a situation to find yourself in, by the way. This is actually mental. Let's just watch it one more time, because like I say, you don't see this kind of drama even in the WWE anymore. Like, shit just went from 0 to 100 so quick. Oh, it's just mental, isn't it? Here we are. I mean, I would absolutely love to see, don't get me wrong, in the House of Parliament, like a scrap between Keir Starmer and Rishi Sunak. Don't get me wrong. I love a good scrap as much as the next guy, but obviously that's just not the way to behave. Imagine like Donald Trump versus Joe Biden or some shit. It would be great. But, yeah, there you go. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this down in the comments below. Way down there. Jump to get the 11 daylights out of that like button, and, yeah, I'll speak to you later. Peace.